Hi, it's Cindy Ronzoni with you today, and today's topic is Empire Avenue, and I'm here with some experts, some investors that are on that platform, and they're here to tell you why it is valuable to you and your company. So I'm going to let them take it away. They're going to introduce themselves, and we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Marika Hensel. I own a digital marketing agency, Branding Personality.
Hi, my name is Garrick Chan. My Twitter is I Love Garrick, and I am the community manager for a company called Nimble.
My name is Darren R. McClure. I'm a corporate media strategist at RTG IT.
Hi, and my name is Lisa McClure, and I'm also with RTG IT.
Yeah, I joined Empire Avenue about 5-6 months ago. Somebody I respected in social media invited me. I joined, made a profile, and then left for 4 months. I didn't get it really, and then I heard so much hype or noise about Empire Avenue, and I thought I should go back and check it out. And then I really started actively using Empire Avenue.
For me, I'm Garrick. I thought it was just a game at first. I saw a lot of other people, like early adopters, talking about it, playing it, so I thought, okay, let's just play. And it was fun, but I started chatting, and I was able to network a lot of people that I normally otherwise couldn't have been able to contact or talk to.
Connected out.
Yeah.
I originally saw Empire Avenue with the video from Robert Scoble where he was talking to dupes, and it struck me just looking at it that Empire Avenue wasn't much of a game, but was much more of an engagement metrics tool set where I can see over time how well I'm engaging with other people. And it's all these early adopters, the chatty ones, the engagers are all over it, man. I've got some great connections. Eric,
Yeah,
one of
so
them.
we started talking about,
Yeah.
I think what really interested me in Empire Avenue was talking to dupes, and his core principle about Empire Avenue is that all of our interactions in social media have an intrinsic value. And that core principle is all through Empire Avenue, giving every interaction a value and giving you a metric so you can compare and contrast over multiple social media networks.
Over a period of time.
So why would you tell, you guys all have clients, why would you tell a client they needed to be on there for their company?
I would say it's the #1 place to start mining for key influencers in your niche and in your industry, and that there's various places throughout the interface to really maximize that.
Darren, you purchased Ford. You invested in Ford.
I invested in Ford because they are using this tool. They're blending their in real life and online life worlds. They're out there releasing the information about an upcoming board meeting to their members that hold stock in Empire Avenue. At the same time, they're giving out the same in real life information. So they're kind of melding these two worlds, and they're really getting a value out of it. And I think Ford's really killing it in space.
I agree.
I think I like the metrics value of it now. I mean, originally it was for the game aspect of it, but now a business can go in and actually see, like, well, how much is our social media being measured? I mean, like, where are we on Twitter? How are we being retweeted? Who's talking about us? And what areas are we influential in?
And where can we do better?
Yeah.
I really like the scope of the measurements that Empire Avenue is providing. You have a lot of advisors you can check out, and they each give you information about how you're doing on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Flickr. So you can really go into depth in how you're performing on the social media tools, platforms that are out there.
Are there any disadvantages to if you join EA and then afterward your stock goes down? Or can it hurt you in any way?
Don't look at it at that. Look how you're doing. Don't measure yourself against me. Don't measure yourself against Garrick. Measure yourself against yourself. Look at that score of 1 to 100 at LinkedIn and say, I'm a 5, I want to be a 10. And go for it. Connect with the people that are on Empire Avenue that have higher scores than you. They want to connect with you.
So
that's why they're there.
Are you saying stock prices aren't important? What's important are the metrics to the side?
To me, I am more concerned with the metrics on the side. If you pay attention to those metrics, your stock price will go up.
Anybody else?
I think this is a game, and I think it's really interesting how it will play out because, for example, Ford has a stock of, say, 100 something, right? But let's say I'm a new company, maybe I'm Tesla, and Tesla's a great car, it's word of mouth, right? They've only done word of mouth marketing. But Tesla has a 10 or 15. As a consumer, when I see a 10 or 15 stock versus a 100 stock, that may influence my decision
I'm going
making.
to buy.
Right? That may influence my decision making, and I am interested to see how that will play out in the future.
And it's also, you said Nimble is on. You put your
Nimble
own
has
company.
just recently started on, and we're just starting to having the company go on there.
And what are your goals as a company for being on there?
At the moment, just to engage and to look and to find other influencers in our space, and to talk to other people, and basically, I mean, just to engage, another avenue to engage with people.
Can any of you give like maybe 3 of your very favorite little secret tips about Empire Avenue?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how secret this is, but if you start to talk to someone on Twitter and you're wondering if you want to take it to the next level and hook up with LinkedIn, it shows you their LinkedIn score, and it might give you an idea of how connected they are on LinkedIn and if you want to pursue that. And so if you connect with someone on Empire Avenue via Twitter and then you take it to Empire Avenue, it gives you a chance to then take it to other networks.
I think a good tip for Empire Avenue newbies is to go in, connect all of your networks, fill out your profile, upload a picture, and at the bottom of Empire Avenue there's a chat bar, and one of the chat rooms is XBAR Chat. And come in and say, hey, I'm a newbie, do you have any good advice for me? Today's my first day.
I'd say Darren is actually an admin on that chat bar, and like this is what I've liked. Like we come in there and people can just talk, and like so all of a sudden you get in there and you talk to other thought leaders who are around the world or anywhere else, and like you can actually meet and then connect with them, and then look at their Twitter and LinkedIn and then connect more.
Don't come into the X bar and say buy me,
Yeah.
or I'll boot you off.
Yeah.
Say
I've
bye,
seen it
Darren.
happen.
Well, you can say buy me.
Buy
that's
SCA,
okay.
right?
Buy C, and then
Buy
you're all right.
SCA,
Yeah,
right?
don't say buy yourself, and that's you're fine. Say ask for help. So it's my first day. Can somebody have some? Look at my and people will be there buying you right and left.
Engage, right? As we all talk
Yeah.
about, engage.
Engage.
Just talk to others. Just chat with others.
Agree. If people are buying your shares, go say thank you. That's like the most powerful word you can leave behind on Empire Avenue. Start making connections. You can either do that by talking, but the way to reach out on Empire Avenue is by their shares. So start buying 20 shares, and if you really trust the person and you want to see them move up until 200 shares, I think that's the way you can build some traction and trust with people.
Personally, for me, I've also seen that but if you believe in somebody, just go all in. Just
Yeah.
buy the 50, 100, 200 shares straight up and say, I believe in this person. And that's, to me, that's also how you form a connection as well. Because you show them, I have faith, I have trust in you.
I bought 200 shares of you, and now I'm going to go connect with you on LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter. I'm
Yeah.
also going to follow you there, not just here. You might have bought shares of me, and I don't even know who you were.
Yeah.
But now I believe in you so much, I'm going to go buy.
And
I'm going to go connect in the other social realms.
What I really like
That's
about
right.
Empire Avenue, that basically your portfolio exists of the people you're connected with, you've invested in. Your portfolio value will go up if their social media presence and activity will go up. So help them be more active on social media, and it will help yourself. So I think that's a great way to use social media and Empire Avenue.
So Darren, when you began Empire Avenue, you noticed you weren't on LinkedIn as much. So
I wasn't on LinkedIn as much.
And
It
what have
gave
you
me-
done since then?
It's like I noticed a low-hanging fruit. I'm like, wow, I really need to connect with my friends on LinkedIn. Why am I not doing that? Well, I wasn't really looking for a job. I wasn't really looking, that's what LinkedIn's for, right? But it gave me a reason to go back. It's driving me to these other social networks where I might have just sat on Twitter all day. Maybe now I'll go like a couple things at YouTube or share a couple extra pictures. It's driving traffic to these other stages.
It's making you become more of a social media person.
Yeah, more fuller rounder.
Because you also start to figure out, if more people comment on my YouTube videos, the score goes up. Oh, if people are commenting on my photographs in Flickr, my score goes up. So then you start to go, well, how can I use these tools even more to gain more activity? And what it does is it ends up making the space richer for everybody.
Yes, Empire Avenue isn't about what you're doing in Empire Avenue. Empire Avenue is what you're doing in the social space.
But it's a way to track
Yeah.
what you're doing in the social space.
It almost aggregates it too when you look in, when people comment on
Yeah.
stuff.
and how much time does it take out of your day?
To check in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I spend the money that I have and I'm off.
I'll say that I don't always check in every day, which I should sometimes. But if you do every day, like 10 to 15, maybe an hour, I'll sit there. I'll sometimes just sit in the chat room and I'll sit I was sick for a while, right? So the 3-4 days I was homesick, I was in that chat room all day.
I like to come in and say hi to everybody at lunch, see how everybody's doing. And it's usually, the influencers, Tech Frog,
Yeah.
Derek.
I took some
will
time in the
happen.
beginning when I really started to become active to really read every article, and I probably spent 10-15 hours of reading articles and figuring out how it really works. And since then, I feel like I have kind of found my foundation, kind of how I like to use it. And now I use it about 20 minutes a day. So.
Fantastic. So what happens when you run out of money?
Buy more.
Wait for the next day.
Wait for the next day.
Wait for the next day, and your dividends come in. You get to spend them.
Empire Avenue would tell you to buy more because you can.
Yeah, true.
Yes, you can buy eaves with dollars.
With real dollars.
It is an actual currency.
Empire
Which was
Avenue makes
interesting
money.
because Dupes also talked to us about that, is that part of this site along comes with an entire economy, which also makes it just really interesting. And they have to follow the economy's principles of running that economy within this game, and that is managing a currency.
That's a real currency.
That's it for today for Empire Avenue, and you can purchase me. I'm the Rons. I'll see you soon. Thank you. This has been a Social Spread Media production.